actually oftentimes touch my phone during sex. Because you see, my girlfriend is particular about the music that's playing at the time. So my question to you all is, how do you become a billionaire? How do you make $1 billion? Is it systems? Is it processes? Is it hard skills? Is it soft skills? Is it luck? I argue that it has a lot to do with the mate that you pick. Is your mate in alignment with the mission? Thanks to Toastmasters, I've literally found the love of my life. We've known each other for 10 months. And investing in Toastmasters was the best investment I've ever made. The total amount was $425. That's the cost for 5 years. Now, listen, I've dated online for years. I've spent money to save time on having to swipe right. Toastmasters is the best dating experience. The reason why is because I got to see her speak. I got to learn principles about her. And month after month, I would ask her out for a date. She would say no. In her mind, she was saying, I need to see more about who you are. She was evaluating me. Giving critical feedback after each and every speech. I knew when I did a good job because she would pat me on the back. But I stayed eager, but not desperate. You know, because I got options. I mean, look at me. I've been speaking professionally for 22 years. I've been doing stand-up comedy for 15 years. But it dawned on me before I joined Toastmasters that, was I having the impact that I wanted to have? It's cool to make people laugh and they leave, but nothing changes in their life. That's fine. But my life's purpose was always to impact people's lives. That's why I joined the military for 14 years, to protect this amazing country with all of its flaws and blemishes. So I spent a lot of time, wasted energy looking for the one, the right one. And I was looking and looking and looking, and what I realized is that the right one is actually yourself. When you look inward and you really get on your path, everything just starts to align. So when I think about my 4 greatest mentors, one of them is a mentor from afar. His name is Warren Buffett. We all know about him. He still lives in the same house that he bought 50 years ago. Frugality. And he invests in himself, in his knowledge, and in smart investments. My next mentor is a man some of you may or may not have heard of. His name is J.H. Johnson. He was the creator and founder of Jet and Ebony magazine. He built his fortune in financial services and real estate. And he created this media empire to help black people across the world see themselves differently than they were perceived. And he had the perspicacity to bring massive impact to the community and to the world. Now my third mentor, before I get into my fourth, my third mentor was one that you guys may or may not have heard of as well. His name was Scrooge McDuck. Who taught me the value of a dime. See, I started working very early in life. I started packing groceries at 12 years old. Not because I had to, but because I was the oldest of 4 children. I had a single mother with 4 kids, and I didn't want to be a burden.
Right.
But what I realized is part of my motivations was to buy a pair of in-style, in-season shoes, right? To have money to buy food whenever I wanted, but also to take a woman out on a date. And you see, that's where that first leak starts to happen. When you're starting to buy things to impress people that don't even like you. And men do this all the time. Do you think a man really cares about a Gucci belt?
No.
But the women like flashy stuff. So I'm told. So I remember being in the Navy and being overseas and seeing all of this bootleg stuff, and I was like, ooh, let me get some of this Gucci belt. $5. But not to wear it so I can flip it and resell it. woman that I'm with, she comes from a very successful family. She has a master's degree, an MBA. She's the CEO of her father's van rental company. But she's frugal. Like, we don't valet in her nice Audi. We look for the metered spot. And it's the little things that, over time, I just saw this alignment. And I was like, you know what? I can build a fortune with this woman. One of the things, too, on our dates is that she intermittent fasts like I do. So I eat one meal a day. You'd be surprised. I mean, I'm still 235 pounds. I've eaten one meal a day for the last 30 days. I've lost no weight, but I've saved a lot of money. She's the same way. So there's an alignment in our eating habits, our eating styles, but we go out and we do amazing things. Like her uncle organized a St. Jude's event a few days ago at the Peninsula Hotel. And I got to meet the daughter of the founder of St. Jude's, a nonprofit organization that helps kids that are sick with all of their medical bills. And I got to meet this amazing kid named Cole, who literally at 11 years old had a rare form of brain cancer and was about to die. And without St. Jude's, and 8 laser beams into his brain, cancer-free a year later. And I found out that at St. Jude's, they raise $1 billion a year just in the name of research and experimental medicines and sciences. And the thing that really touched me was the woman as she spoke. She talked about her father, who was nothing more than an entertainer and a comedian with a vision of changing the world. And now it's $1 billion a year enterprise, doing good. That really inspired me. It inspired me to become a billionaire, but not for the sake of just being a billionaire, for the sake of all the good you can do to the people that matter to you and to the communities that matter to you and to the world at large. We all have it in us, but we gotta do a couple things. We've gotta pick the right mate, we gotta be frugal, make good decisions, be patient, and laugh a little bit more. That'll tell us.